my great privilege and humble duty to warmly welcome all of you to this virtual inception meeting as the director of the Center for the Study of Human Rights attached to Faculty of Law, University of Colombo. The main objective of this inception meeting is to clarify the expectations of the research, process and requirements between the NLEAP Research Committee and the CSHR pertaining to the research on language rights, gender equality and women's empowerment. I wish to briefly mention about the main objective of the research, that is to explore the impact of language rights, policies and programs on gender equality and women's empowerment in Sri Lanka. In order to identify the ways of integrating gender equality and women's empowerment as an essential component in implementing language rights, policies and programs in Sri Lanka. In this regard, the research team dedicated to identify the impact of language rights, policies, programs and institutional mechanisms on gender equality and women's empowerment in Sri Lanka in terms of accessing to public and administrative services, and to explore the linkages between language rights and gender equality and women empowerment in order to create a shared conceptual and practical understanding by those responsible for implementing the official language policy. And also we wish to identify the efforts and institutional framework required to address the gaps between the gender insensitive language policies and programs to tangibly integrate gender equality and women's empowerment into language rights promotion work throughout Sri Lanka. And finally, we wish to propose recommendations to institutionalize linkages between language rights and gender equality and women empowerment in the state apparatus that provides the required institutional mechanism to promote language rights throughout Sri Lanka. The deliberations to be taken place at today's inception meeting will help us to have a focused dialogue between the two parties of this research project.